Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing really great. Here's Vicky from Oh My Mama Body and doing a YouTube live at a different time of day this time, just to see if it's better for any of you ladies if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, because I know normally I do late in the evening UK time and it's quite tricky for you because it's probably the middle of the night. So I hope you're doing great. Let me know where you're from, if you're watching, and I'm totally open for any kind of questions around fertility, you're trying to conceive, are you in pregnancy journey and you're experiencing some unusual symptoms that you don't know what's going on, just ask away. That's what Oh My Mama Body channel is all about. It's about helping you to understand what's going on with your body so that you can actually feel really confident and good about yourself. Because that whole fertility journey is something there to be enjoyed. It's an absolute gift. So to be able to help you in any kind of way, do come along and ask any questions that you may have. So whilst I'm here and before any questions start coming up, there I'm going to go through the latest questions on the channel to really help out anybody who's not had their question answered yet today. So I just need to yes, I was just looking for my phone. I've got it on charge in the other room. So let's just go straight to the comments on my studio and I'll answer there. If you have any questions in the meantime, do just pop on and ask them. Okay. And I'm really, really happy to help. So who have we got here? This is all around implantation, spotting and cramping. And Paris, I experienced both the cramps first and then the spotting, and I felt the baby implant itself this pregnancy. I just want a safe and healthy pregnancy in my first trimester. Yeah, of course, and really wishing you all the best, and I'm sure you will have a health and safety pregnancy. Look after your body, drink lots of water, and rest when you need to rest, and hopefully that baby will grow lovely, nice and strong. I'm supposed to get my period today and I've had 2 negative tests, so I'm feeling quite anxious. My breasts are feeling quite sensitive, so I'm really worried about that. Okay. If your period is late, or if it's the day that your period is due and you've noticed no wiping, absolutely no kind of pinkness or any kind of like brown blood, then it could be that your period is going to be late. Now, I do have a video about checking the position of your cervix. That's a really good sign of if you've conceived, because if you conceive, then your cervix gets a lot softer, like during ovulation. Whereas if your period is coming, it's going to get a lot harder. So you could go and check that if you think that you might be pregnant. Otherwise, if your period's late by a couple of days, then you should be able to go and get a test by then. Of course, it all depends on when you might have conceived to how long it takes a pregnancy test to show positive or not. Hello, ladies. Thanks for jumping on. It's really great to see you. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're watching from. And if you've got any questions, jump in the chat and ask away. That's what I'm here for, to help you with any of your questions that you may have. I'm going through the ones that are still open on my channel today, but do just drop in the chat and I will see them and be able to help you out. Okay. Who have we got here? Jamshia, and you are watching my video. Can you tell by your discharge if you're pregnant? Right, and if you watch my video about can you tell by your discharge, are you pregnant, then you'll find out that it's a really hard sign, of early pregnancy. If you haven't missed your period yet and you're looking at the type of discharge that you've got, normally it's really difficult to go by because we'll be quite dry around that time if you've conceived or not. What happens in pregnancy is that you get quite a lot of discharge, and some women do get really surprised by just how much discharge you get. It's like, I guess, like a milky white color. So it's starting around 2 weeks after your missed period. We're all different, so that's only around about, but you will start noticing that you are producing more and more It's your body's natural way of cleaning itself, of keeping bacteria out. And if you are surprised, keep extra pads in your handbag, or get yourself some menstruation panties. If you know about menstruation panties, they're wonderful. It's basically normal pants, normal underpants that you can wear, which have got like a thicker absorbent lining in them. So then that absorbs, normally it would absorb all of your blood if you're menstruating, but it's also wonderful during pregnancy when you have got that higher amount of discharge. So I remember I used to feel quite nervous, like getting up sometimes, especially on a warm day, and thinking, I hope it hasn't gone through my panties, because it did feel like quite a lot was happening. So if you can get menstruation panties, it's a really good way of dealing with all that extra discharge. All right. Any questions, ladies? Do jump on and ask. Happy to answer them. Keep on coming with them. Hope you're all doing well. And where are you? Are you pregnant? Are you trying to conceive? Where are you on your pregnancy journeys? Do come and have a chat with me. Okay, we've got another lady here. Oh, it's a long comment. How to check your cervix for signs of pregnancy. Okay, so you're watching my video, how to check your cervix for signs of pregnancy. When I felt my cervix after ovulation, it feels soft overall. That's good. Normally around the time of ovulation, your cervix is soft. It's because of it's a higher blood flow that goes to the area, which allows the area to soften up, which then means it's easier for sperm to travel inside your womb and for you to conceive. Okay. And now during ovulation, it was super, super soft. Now it is soft, but not as soft. I'm assuming I haven't conceived because it doesn't feel super, super soft like during ovulation. Okay. I have an inverted cervix, so the position doesn't really change at any point of the month. Okay, any advice or suggestions would be amazing. Also, sorry about having soft written so much. That's quite all right. I could probably say the same words myself over and over again. That's fine. But when you're talking about a soft cervix, I think if it's the first month when you are checking your cervix, then we are all completely different. Some women will notice that their cervix is getting really hard, like the end of your nose, whereas others will feel something slightly different. But as soon as you know that fine difference between the softness, as in how soft your lips are, which is often how soft it does get around the time of ovulation, and then notice how that texture just does change by the time you get to your period, then you'll be able to be really in tune with your body and then know whether you've ovulated and conceived, or whether you've ovulated and then turned into going into your menstrual cycle. If the cervix is quite difficult for you to check, like with this lady, she's got an inverted cervix, so she doesn't notice if it's moving up and down inside her during her cycle, then it's probably better to go by your body basal temperature, which does change as in alignment with if you've conceived or not. And I've got video about that as well. So how your temperature changes during your menstrual cycle. So before you've ovulated, it takes a slight dip, then it goes up. Then if you've conceived, the temperature stays up. If you haven't conceived, the temperature starts going down again. So a lot of ladies do track that. You need to track your temperature then at least a couple of times a day, and really make sure that you are writing it down. Many ladies use an app, and then they get a graph on the app, and then they can really see how it's changing throughout their cycle. That's really handy as well. So as long as you really write things down and track them, then you're going to get more in tune with how your body is reacting. What are your natural symptoms during your whole menstrual cycle and beyond. Okay. Has anybody got any questions for me? I haven't seen any pop up in the chat. Don't feel shy. Do pop in and ask questions if you've got any. That's what I'm here for. I will keep on. I will answer another question I've got here. So, is it possible to be pregnant and still get your period? That's the video that's being watched there. Okay. Now, some women do get bleeding during pregnancy, and they'll get it on a regular basis. It's something called decidual bleeding. Okay, and then in many cases, these women don't even realize that they're pregnant until their stomach starts growing and it becomes quite visible, simply because they've had decidual bleeding, which has happened at the same time as their period. It's not an actual period because you don't ovulate when you're already pregnant, so your fallopian tubes won't release another egg at all during your pregnancy. So this type of bleeding, that's why it's got that different name. But if you bleed at all during pregnancy, you must go and get it checked by a doctor. Any kind of bleeding, always go and ask for a medical opinion, get a physical examination, because you want to be sure that everything is okay with you and your baby. And this lady's saying, not bleeding, I'm sure it's my period, and I've done pregnancy test and it was negative. Okay. So if you're bleeding and you've got a negative pregnancy test, and it is at the same time as your period, then I would advise that you wait and just see how long you're bleeding for. If it's bright red bleeding, then it's mostly a case of your period, or perhaps something called a chemical pregnancy if you did conceive. But do wait and see how your cycle runs. In some cases, women are still pregnant, but I wouldn't expect to have a really heavy period and then also still be pregnant. So just wait and see after the bleeding if you've still got any kind of symptoms after that. And also, of course, if you have had your normal cycle, then you will be ovulating again soon. And then to look out for the typical signs of ovulation. So when you're ovulating, you get egg white cervical mucus. You feel sometimes in your lower back, then you'll feel the aching on one side, which is your egg being released. So it's a lower backache that's normally a good week and a half before any of your premenstrual cramping would start normally. So you can really feel into that if you do listen into your body. Okay. Oh, hi. I've got a couple of comments. That's lovely. Really nice to see you. Oh, hello to you as well. Thank you for being here. You were put into the draw for the winners last week. Sorry that you didn't win, but thank you so much for being here and supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. So thank you. Kiza. Oh, wow. Kiza, can I call you Kiza? That'd be easier for me. I have missed my periods, but I don't have any sign of pregnancy, but I feel much pain in my stomach on the right and left side, sharp pain, like a wound. Is it possible that I have a pregnancy in the fallopian tube? Well, you've definitely missed your period, and can you get a pregnancy test at all? I would really advise doing that, especially if you're having those really sharp pains and you're feeling them higher up there, because that's what I felt when I had my ectopic pregnancy. My ectopic pregnancy didn't properly implant in the end. It did come away, but I did really feel where it was in my fallopian tube, and it was quite how would you explain that feeling? Like you've said, like it feels like a sharp pain, like a wound. Mine wasn't that sore, but it was very obvious that it was higher up on one side. When you're pregnant and you've conceived lower down, you can really feel that it's in the lining of your womb. So that is quite a difference to being up here in your fallopian tubes, which is why I think we notice it even more. I would definitely, just really go and ask your doctor as well. I think that's the best thing if you're worried in any way about any kind of ectopic pregnancy, because it can be quite dangerous for your body. So you really want to catch it early. I don't even know if it would turn up on a scan at this point, but go and just call your doctor at least and ask them for advice, because you really do need to look out for yourself. Okay. They might just ask you to come in and get a pregnancy test done at first. Yeah, but do that. And please let us know how you get on, what happens, okay? Because, it's important to take care of yourself. Good morning, Island Girl. Can I view your chart? I don't think you can attach anything here in the chat, can you? But you can send me a message. That's absolutely fine. So you can send me a message to my email, which is vicky@ohmymamabody.com. Let me type it in for you. mamabody.com. Okay, or you can join the Facebook group, which is Mama Meets and Midwife. Mama Meets and Midwife. I'm just typing in the chat for you. If you have a look on Facebook for Mama Meets and Midwife, it's all written together. Then you can ask to join the Facebook group, and in there there's quite a lot of ladies posting about their charts and asking questions. So it's nice also to get feedback from other ladies and who are going through the journey at the same time as you. So if you are on Facebook, come and join the Facebook group. You're more than welcome to come and join. Sushma, is that PCOS and cyst and ovary together and vitamin D is insufficient will make delay in my conception. My periods are regular. My weight is 42 kilograms and my height is 164 centimeters. Wow, 42. Did you mean 42 kilograms? That's very, very light. But you are getting regular periods, even though you've got PCOS, so you're not getting regular periods. Vitamin D is insufficient. Okay. You can take lots of supplements for vitamin D, and do make sure you get out in the sunshine a lot. I don't know which country you're in, Sushma, but natural vitamin D on your body from the sunshine is absolutely amazing. Even if it's only for 20 minutes, half an hour a day, you're still getting that much needed sunshine and the vitamins will come into your body. Okay, and a cyst in your ovary. You're in India. Okay. Thank you for watching from India. I hope, are you able to get outside in the sunshine at the moment? I know there's a lot going on there. But that would be the best way for you with vitamin D. How long have you been trying? Make sure you eat a good diet, drink lots of water. You know that I'm not a doctor, don't you? I am a mama, and I talk about my own pregnancy symptoms. So I'm not a medical expert who can give you in-depth advice about PCOS and cysts and ovaries. So do make sure that you are, really topping up on your vitamins and all of that and looking after your body. And do ask your doctor about your weight as well, just to make sure that that's all okay. Okay. Hey, Island Girl. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching and being here as well. Really appreciate that. That's amazing. So yeah, looking forward to seeing your chart and seeing how you're getting on your journey. That's really cool. Anybody else got any more questions? I think the time always goes so fast when I'm doing these, and we've already got almost 20 minutes. So any more questions, do pop them in the chat and I will try to get to you. Sushma, I really wish you all the best and that you get your baby very, very soon and can get on that journey, because, yeah, I'm sure it will happen for you. Keep positive and keep visualizing that you're holding that baby in your arms and give them the cuddle and that they're smiling in your face. Smiling in your face or smiling at your face? I think smiling at your face will probably be just as nice. Yeah, so keep that visualized that your baby is there with you and sending you lots of blessings that you will be holding that baby in your arms very soon. Ladies, it was lovely chatting with you today. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Lots of love to all of you and wishing you all the very best. See you again soon. Bye-bye.